Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to say good morning to everybody because I woke up and I woke up a little bit late, but I got in the shower this morning. I got a new outfit on. I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but I got a new outfit on. I got flowers and army pants on. Uh, I'm getting ready to go eat, and my husband's gonna make us some lunch. And I'm about to go check the mail see if the mail ran or not. Uh, um, we got on Twitter this morning, and Candace, she says supposedly she's a WWE diva, and we found out she was a scammer. So if anybody sees her on Twitter or Facebook, she's not real. She scammed me and my husband. My husband, she just blocked me because I told her I was going to turn her that in WWE to Vince McMahon. And my man said maybe that'll scare them, off of Twitter, where we can get, maybe somebody local, on there or something, or, some from Athens, But my husband's making lunch, so he's been helping me around the house lately. And he's been helping me with some dishes. But I didn't know if anybody was out here wanting to chat or not. Uh, I've had a good day so far. Woke up in a good mood. It's starting to feel like fall outside, but it's like warm outside. So I kind of got cold a little bit this morning after I got out of the shower. But is there anything you want to put, honey, on our video, honey? And I might watch. I was watching a little bit of my LMN channel a little bit. I thought I'd come out here, and just see how everybody's doing. If everybody had a good Thanksgiving or what you guys are doing for Christmas. Well, we were trying to explain yesterday that we're looking for a beautiful unicorn bestie relationship. And we're not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. We just want to find someone that's single and got a good head on their shoulders, that ain't with anybody, they ain't with anybody. And that if you do got some kids that are calm, we'll take your package as long as you take our package. Because, I really want this. And I've been crying to my husband a lot lately. I hate seeing him see me emotional because, it hurts him, seeing me emotional. He says I'm sweet and kind, and he said maybe, we can find somebody like, like me and Connie, that he met. And on the Setter bus, he met us both on Setter, and we're both from Hawaii. He said we're different from the other people that went to Hawaii. He can see it, for his own eyes. I can, compromise things, and yeah, sometimes I get upset, but my husband said that's normal. You're just frustrated and you don't know what to do anymore. It's just that's how life is. I mean, I'm not worried about, what's out here, and, I don't care about the gossipers anymore. I'm not going to let them get to me, because they're just trying to rip my marriage apart, and I'm not going to let it happen because I love the man I'm with. He makes me happy. I don't want to lose him because, I've been through so much. He took me in with open arms, and he swept me off my feet. It made me feel like, I was wanted, not, be pushed away. I've been through so much relationships. It really hurt me when, the guys I was with, they treated me like crap, and I didn't like it, lying on me and trying to get people to jump me and all this stuff in Ohio. It wasn't right, I wanted to get away from all that drama. I didn't need drama in my life. That's why I moved up here. My mom said, it's best for me to move up here. But when the family crap started, I just had to push them away because I couldn't take no more. I couldn't put up the stress. I couldn't, It's on both sides. The family's stressing us out, and you guys don't understand. If you have been in our shoes, you'll see what we're going through. If you were our unicorn bestie, you'll see what, if you come down here and see what we're going through and how things are right now, you would understand, sweetheart. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. But, like my husband said, I need to put my foot down at you guys and try to get you guys motivated, Come on your own. Don't ask for cards and money and stuff, That's not what love is. Love doesn't cost a thing. There's a song that I go by, love don't cost a thing. I go by my music, or I won't back down. There's a song by Tom Petty, and it reminds me so much. I want to go back like to the 80s and the 90s, where we didn't have all these smartphones and stuff up your ass, I want to be like, how I see couples together and couples looking for a unicorn bestie. That's the best thing that I want for me and my husband, because we want a big family. We want to be able to do fun things, get out of the house, and not be frustrated and stressed out. We want to go to the mall, go to the park, go to the mall once in a while, go shop and go to Walmart, go driving around, go see the country, go do something, go on vacation. Because I ain't been on vacation in so long. I ain't been, because the last vacation I went with was school, I went to Gatlinburg, went ice skate and got to see what Gatlinburg was all about, I used to be an ice skater, I used to be a volleyball player, soccer player, basketball player, softball player, cheerleader. Um, I graduated in 2008, and my husband graduated in 2004. Uh, how I met him is where I met him at Jump Street Cafe, and then I met him on the South bus when he French kissed me, and I never forgotten that. He gave me a picture to, you know, remind me of him. I used to sleep by, and kiss his picture. I would always say goodnight before I went to sleep. And I said a prayer, to God that, in silence, when nobody could hear me. That, I said, I prayed to God. I said, please help me find him. And I thank God, I thank God for answering one of my prayers because, I found the man of my dreams. He swept me off my feet and, he prayed for my name out loud, He said nobody was around. He was in his own apartment. And he just said, Jessica, the name Jessica, come out. And he said, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. And, I come up, what, a year after, honey? Was it a year after? Baby? Was it a year after? When you said my name? I think it was a year after, and I mean I searched everywhere for this man. I mean, Unicorn Bessie, if you just met this man of my dreams, you will see how sweet and kind and loving and cuddable. He's like a cuddable teddy bear. You would just love him to death, like I do. I love this man with the bottom of my heart. Because he swept me off my feet. I never had that done to me before. I thought I'd be alone, all my life. But my family kept saying, nobody's gonna ever be with you, I won't find you, because they said because I was suicidal, but I wasn't. And I've been through so much. I've been through a mental hospital, and my family lying on me, and my husband's right. They're not worth a dime. They're not worth the time. He said if when he took me in with his warm arms and cuddled me and rubbed my head soft, he was right that. Hold on. Mm, that is good. Um, he, you know, my husband's right. You know, I don't need the stress. You know, he said if our unicorn bestie comes, then it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. And he's right. You know, I shouldn't fight him on it. I get emotional, and he knows how I feel, and he feels the same thing. He said he wants us too, and we both together want this. But you know, and we just want to be happy. You know, and we always try to find up, drug addicts and up here at the apartments. I don't want that in my life. I don't want, like he brought up, one person I hate to death because how she treated me. She treated me like crap, and I stuck up for her. My husband said, you don't need to stick up for her. She's done things bad in the past, that we don't do. We don't do drugs. We don't smoke. We don't drink. We drink maybe tea and Coke and sodas, and we ain't a party couple. We don't go to parties. We don't. We just want a unicorn bestie with a good head on our shoulders that has a car. That man, we can go do things together. It's one big family. That's what I want too. But if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. But if it is, it is. That's how I parent too. But here's my husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I made this long video this morning. Almost an hour and 40 minutes worth. But me and my wife, and she want me to keep that stuff around for the longest time. And I told her, I said, my stuff, my brain is at its wits end with it. And if I could have gotten in there at any effort, I would have tried to. If I saw any way to save something, I would have done it. But I don't know. You know, she fell for them. Facebook trick. I'm on your Facebook. But I mean, there's occasionally somebody will be out here and arguing, fussing, fighting. She'll see them out there and she'll try to offer them something, try to get them away from things that's going on up there, and won't do anything. There's people come out and they'll offer you a little something, but it ain't really anything to it. So, I'm not gonna sit there and I didn't catch it,
Good.
but let's see.
That's good, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's real good. That's pretty good.
More? But no, like I said, there's gonna have to be some slowing down on some. You just can't move somebody in. I mean, if they live across the road or just 5 miles from here or some road or something, Turner needs to go back and forth and kind of play it out just a little bit, and or just text and call for a while or something. You move this stuff up in here, and it's just going to be a big mess, potential big mess. And I'd rather not be so generous the next time and just say, hey, if you keep the good work up, make them earn it. Give them a little. Sometimes you need a little kick in the ass, once in a while. And I feel like if they want it bad enough, they'll treat you the way they treat everybody else that they know. Nobody should, and I'm not saying go so slow it's like a tortoise or anything, but man, it ought to be kind of like, a real marriage. You ought to, we got married in a month, but that's, circumstance wise, was turned out to be pretty much the best move. But unless the situation was to my liking and my wife's, and we didn't see anything, didn't hear anything. I mean, it might change something, but I just don't think I'm gonna be doing, exactly the same thing, especially up here. I mean, if you got a place, okay. If you don't, well, then we'll have to hunt something.
Mm-hmm.
But there's got to be a 100% commitment, here, and there's got to be, my wife said something about wanting to, pawn the ring and stuff. I said, well, by the time you get rid of it, there'll be something come for sure. And then, I don't want to wait till fur turns old, but I'm pretty fairly confident if she just felt it, and we got in the right spot at the right time, got away from these gossipers, quit talking to these gossipers, kids and babies, that's related to these gossipers, and just going to turn a blind eye to it. As soon as we get rid of that, and then I think we can get some respect. I think if we get rid of those, and I don't know the names, I don't care, but just most of the time, if fire goes in there, and you don't have to say anything rude, just don't pay no mind to them. Just walk on past them. If they holler or something, just go on. Because 9 times out of 10, it's just somebody. It's a gossip. We sit.
Bless you. Bless you.
Because, if somebody really wants something, maybe sitting down there at the table, or, maybe they're in one of the aisles that we're in. But we generally eat down there at the pig. I think my wife's going to start turning her nose up these people. I know that's going to have to happen. I mean, we can't afford it. I know it's good out here if they just, somebody could just say, hey, if I can treat my folks good, if I want to be treated good, I should, want to treat the other people that, same way. I mean, unless otherwise they give us a reason, vice versa. But, it's got to be somebody on our level. I mean, I don't care a bit but I think me and my wife is.
Right there.
Oh, here's one. I think we've, this stuff ain't a lot, but the ring is definitely worth something, and that's not a fake one by any means. Not the most expensive by any means. Of course it's not. But, I know just about anybody, if you lined them up out here and said this was out here.
Yeah, I'm going to check my screen.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I love you.
Love you too. If you said that this offer was out here on the table, I guarantee you somebody would want it. But we got to kill off this stuff. All the gossiping. My wife needs to do away with it. If it ain't, our offer, do away with it. I see many times these people in the local area seem to have an issue just out of nowhere coming up. My wife's not the one doing it, it's them. But, I'd hope that we can find some way to kind of put this out there a little bit and have something special. I'm fairly confident that most of these people are, probably well taken up, but maybe somebody out there that looks just as good as these people on TV, on Twitter. And you wouldn't even think about it. You wouldn't even think about, missing some of these. We can't help it when there's, something. But we can't help it when there's something out here on our mind, and it's the way we get it off our chest. And like I said, I don't, think it's out of the question. But I honestly feel like it can and would happen fairly quickly if I got to the point of seeing somebody you don't normally see out there. It could be somebody kind of like us, maybe not as much money, maybe they don't have much job wise, whatever. And, you can take something like that in if everything else, like I told on that video, this morning. I mean, I ain't got nothing against a tall woman, but it'd be a lot nicer if they was just a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit skinnier. Not saying skinny is rare, but I mean, it certainly makes you wonder. This woman, if you saw her, the one we were talking about this morning, or that I talked about this morning, she looked like somebody that could beat somebody up. But Connie was a good one, though. I mean, the Connie one that I met before I met my wife, she was about the same, probably about the same height. Had a little bit on her, but she was nice. You could go out to the fair. You could call her up most of the time, and talk to her then. But like I said, though, we're just gonna have to, be careful and watch. Not get to know somebody first, and try to, figure things out according to their mental state of mind up here. And I have a habit of, in a few minutes telling what I, kind of what I think. I'll let you, go on, and whatever time you give me. But if I feel good, I'll let you know. If something kind of bothers me, or I might have some questions, I'll be sure to let you know. But no, I'm not trying to say that we're perfect, or that we're the most deserving of people. But nobody can say that. But in our situation, if there was somebody similar to our situation, or maybe just somebody that's maybe been through some of the things we've been through, but can better process everything. They can sit down there and hear you out, know that you mean well. But she just, my wife didn't do what she should have done. I didn't either when that one came up here. And it falls on both of us. What happened up here 10 months ago, 11 or whatever, 11 months. Well, yeah, I'd be about 10 now. So anyway, because it's February. Um. You know. Again, yeah, it'd be nice if they did have some way of having a car. I don't know. I came out here and prayed, about it a little bit. And I am. I'm leaving it up to somebody just coming out of thin air that don't normally come out. You know, God knows He hears us talk about it all the time. It's not like I'm not the most religious person in the world. He knew that when He brought Jessica. So yeah, she's a little bit more religious than me, but at the same time, she can see where I'm coming from. To a certain extent, and it's not hard to break through to her. There's, like I said, there's no religion, no politics, or nothing perfect. Everything's got a flaw somewhere in it. If there was only one religion to believe in, it was the right way, then we would only have that one religion. They wouldn't have all this other stuff.
Number my phone.
Huh?
Huh?
Why?
I ain't put my Facebook up from DHS's number in my phone. She sent me a letter to let me know that my food stamps is going on $221. And they put her number in my phone,
Oh.
which costs.
That's all you got?
And I got a piggy paper.
Oh.
And paper. Look.
You can do whatever you want with it.
Whatever. No. I'll put in on their number on my phone.
But that's where we're normally at. Put the paper up there. So, if any woman besides drug addicts and drunks and smokers. Now, if you were to tell me, well, I only do it once in a blue moon, it's not all the time, I'd prefer they not do either one. But definitely, I could see, say, oh yeah, just on a spare occasion, I'll drink one time or something, and then, but when we tried to tell that to the crack corp here, she like to have a cow. So if you got a problem with us drinking something other than alcohol, well then don't waste our time. But if you're an understanding person and you can fit some things in, there's some room to compromise just a little bit. In some of them instances, if you ain't smoking every 5 to 10 minutes, you can go for 4 or 5 hours or whatever it is. It ain't but a time or two a day. I mean, yeah, like I said, preferably in a way, I'd like to have what my wife is. Somebody that to that extent, something close enough to it. And she needs somebody with some art and some art and her doll things is in common. Her reborn doll things. She needs, some of that to be in common and things like that. She'll watch her Lifetime a little bit.
I've been watching it night.
And other stuff, but she kind of been, kind of got enough of it. I think she's, occasionally rarely they put something on that ain't got something really too bad in it. But no, we like the Atlanta Braves. We watch old boxing, UFC stuff. We listen to anything from music wise, anything, some of it from the 50s, 60s, and then there's 70s, 80s, 90s on up to early 2000s or somewhere through there. So, you know, but anyway, just hopefully somebody, well, we've got our number out here and it's on this thing here. It still wouldn't hurt to kind of, I guess, keep our eyes open. You never know, something might come. I'm gonna check out that thing down here, that wrestling thing, and see if we can get a just what it's called. I may look that up. But because they're local, they'd be local. They travel down here, so they would be more willing to. If there was any thing on the Twitter thing there, probably that would be more. What's that? Oh, yeah. But I don't know. We'll come up. We'll try to come up with something. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Let's sit here and put a brain together and get off the celebrity stuff. Try to put a brain together and come up with something. And used to my tricks was easier because it was on my phone, already on my phone. So all I do is just do it that way. But I don't. Me and her don't have it on the phone, and there's nobody usually out here that comes out and does much. But anyway, well, let's see what we get into. May do another one tomorrow or something.